What if I told you you could build a brand new custom home in the United States without putting a single dollar down? Take a second. Let that sink in. No, this is not a scam, it's not a trick, and it's definitely not something reserved for the rich. Right now, as you're listening to this, there are ordinary people, just like you, quietly building homes without the huge upfront cash you always thought was required. Think about that feeling for a moment. Waking up in a home that you designed, walking into your own kitchen, your own space, your own peace. No landlord, no rent due at the end of the month, just ownership. Sounds unreal, right? That's exactly why most people ignore it. Because when something sounds too good, we assume it must be impossible. But what if the problem isn't the opportunity? What if the problem is nobody ever explained it to you properly? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just understand how this works, you'll start seeing a path that most— Let's be honest for a moment. For most people, building a custom home feels like a distant dream. Not just difficult, but completely out of reach. You probably imagine needing $20, $30, maybe even $50,000 up front. Perfect credit, years of savings, zero mistakes. And maybe at some point, you actually looked into it. You checked land prices, you saw construction costs rising, you read about loan requirements, and slowly, that excitement turned into doubt. You told yourself, this isn't for me. And right there, that one thought ended the dream before it even started. But here's something most people never realize. The system itself was never designed to be simple. It's filled with programs, hidden opportunities, and financial structures that only make sense once someone actually breaks them down for you. So when you don't understand it, you don't just feel confused, you feel excluded, like it's a game you were never meant to win. But what if you were just never shown the rules? Now, let's shift from emotion to understanding, because this is where everything starts to change. What I'm about to show you is not theory. It's something real, something people are already using. The first strategy, the single close construction loan. Now, imagine this. You find a piece of land, not too expensive, but just right. Maybe it's quiet, maybe it's close to your work, or maybe it just feels like home the moment you see it. You start picturing things, where your bedroom would be, how your kitchen would look, where sunlight would enter in the morning. It feels exciting, almost surreal. But then, reality hits. Money. And suddenly, everything feels complicated again. Traditionally, building a home meant dealing with multiple loans, multiple approvals, multiple risks. And that complexity is exactly what scares people away. But what if you could simplify all of that into one single step? Because that's exactly what this strategy does. The single close construction loan combines everything into one: the land, the construction, and the final mortgage, all wrapped into a single loan. One approval, one closing, one smooth process. Now think about how powerful that is. No juggling multiple banks, no repeating paperwork again and again, no starting over if something goes wrong halfway. Everything moves together. And here's where it becomes even more interesting. Some lenders offer very high financing, sometimes even covering the entire project cost, which means you may not need a down payment at all. Yes, zero. But wait, it gets even better. During construction, you're not paying a full mortgage every month. Instead, you only pay interest on the amount that has actually been used. So now let's talk about another powerful path, one that was designed for everyday people. FHA Construction Loans. These are not for investors, not for millionaires, but for regular individuals who simply want a place to call their own. What makes this option different is flexibility. Lower credit requirements, easier approval standards, and a system that understands not everyone starts perfect. Now, normally, you would still need a small down payment, around 3.5%. And for many people, even that feels like a wall. But here's the part most people never hear about. There are assistance programs created by states, local agencies, and housing organizations, specifically to help people like you. Some of these are grants, money you never have to pay back. Some are deferred, meaning you don't pay right away. And some are even forgiven over time. When you combine these with FHA, that small down payment can disappear completely. And suddenly, what once felt impossible starts to feel real. Now, take a deep breath and imagine this with me. 1 year from today, you're not watching videos anymore. You're standing inside your own home. Walls that you chose, rooms that you designed, a space that reflects you. The morning light comes through your window, and for the first time, it doesn't feel temporary, because this time, it's yours. No landlord knocking, no rent increasing, no uncertainty, just stability, just ownership, just peace. But here's the truth most people avoid. This doesn't happen because someone got lucky. It happens because someone decided to learn, to prepare, and to act. Because zero down does not mean zero responsibility. You still need discipline. You still need planning. You still need to show that you're ready. And that's where most people stop. Not because they can't do it, but because they never try. So now the question is, what are you going to do? Will you scroll past this and forget it by tomorrow? Or will you take the first step towards something that could change your life forever? Because the opportunity